Hello. So, first up, I have really sad news. It's truly sad. So basically what's happened is that the Zelda marathon has been postponed. But you guys will live, and if you don't, then I'm sorry. I can't really help it. But don't worry guys, it's just been postponed and it will be happening next week, so you'll still get some clips and stuff from that. Focus! Focus! You can do this, Amy. You can do this. I just ended up watching Old Spice commercials for like an hour. So this week I went to Melbourne. Ta-da! So I got plenty of stuff from Melbourne to talk about. Talk about Melbourne. Melbourne. Talk Melbourne. I'm gonna talk about Melbourne. Melbourne is not that way. It's kind of like... I don't think pointing will help. The first thing that happened in Melbourne, which really was exciting, was I got to catch the tram for the first time in my life. It was also slightly freaky because they don't have like a bus stop. Of course they don't have a bus stop for a tram. What are you thinking? Yeah. Ignore that. Eyeballs. Yeah, anyway. Okay. You can see from one end of the metro to the other. Maybe that's normal in other places. In Sydney, if you're sitting in the train, you cannot see to the other end of it. Partly because our trains have 2 stories, and they kind of, every carriage goes, I've got a little normal bit, and then I'm going to split up and down, and then come back down to a little normal bit. But there, they've only got 1 level, and you can just see from one end to the other. I stood in the middle, and I was like... So I caught the tram, and to catch the tram, you have to stand in the middle of the road on a piece of concrete about that wide, and the cars are whizzing past you. It was all very thrilling. I wish I could hug you. It is they took a pair of jeans and they cut all the way up the back, and then they sewed them onto 2 trees that were like next to each other. And then the trees were wearing pants. It made my day. So one of the things that I got to do while I was down in Melbourne was see the Tim Burton exhibition, which was brilliant. If you don't know who Tim Burton is, you need to stop watching this video right now. Not because you're in any kind of trouble, but because you need to go and research Tim Burton. Speaking of loving what you find in the Tim Burton exhibition, there was a little corner right at the end where children and adults could sit down and draw. This is what I drew. She's a dead zombie. Was they had this wall where people were pinning up their drawings, and there was some really exquisite detailed work, and then right down the bottom in the middle was a picture of a Squirtle, a Bulbasaur, and a Charizard. I just thought to myself, yes. You kid, you are going places. You know what you like. Speaking of exciting things that are cute, has tiny little fists. Look at his little hands. Look how happy he is all the time. If you have ever been to Sydney, you will know that there is one building which is a complete blight on the horizon. The UTS building. Well, I have exciting news, Sydney-siders. It is officially not the ugliest building in the world. Those can be found in Melbourne. Please don't hurt me if you live there. Now, there are some exquisite buildings in Melbourne. There are even buildings that look like they have slime consuming them. Seriously, it had green slime. But some of them, namely Federation Square, I'm gonna take a bunch of corn chips and crush them up and then glue them to the piece of paper. And that is Federation Square. And yet, strangely, I kinda like it. Worrying as that is. Brilliantly hideous. Love. Hug. Hug. Another exhibition that was on exclusively in Melbourne while I was down there was the Titanic exhibition! Ba-ding! This is my boarding pass. I went on the Titanic, and my name was Mrs. Edwin Nelson Campbell, Jr., otherwise known as Gertrude Parsons, and I lived. Stick with me and you will live, even if you're on the Titanic. Do you feel the love? 'Cause you should. Ooh, mysterious box. I love pens. It is hard to express how passionate I am about my pens. I bought this on sale, so it only cost me $40. This is an $80 pen. And for those of you who thought that was an expensive pen, there was a pen worth $4,000 being sold in the same shop. Gosh. I think I just freaked out the guy on the phone. And with my pen, I drew you a beautiful picture. A piggy. Okay, I think I've been hyperactive enough for one video, so I'll see you guys in about a week, and hopefully then I will have some either secret project or Zelda footage to show you. Love you lots, and thanks for sticking around. Bye!